everyone. Hey, that was a nice segment. And as a matter of fact, you know, I was noticing that Ron smiles all the time.
Yes, he does.
I mean, he smiles all the time. A smile is such an incredibly powerful thing, although sometimes you can be an incredibly powerful person and hardly ever smile.
That's
right?
true.
And one
you know
person...
what I think? They're hiding something.
Could be. Now, let me show you a classic, no smiling kind of powerful guy, and that is Winston Churchill. Do we have that graphic up? Okay, that's Mr. Churchill, right? I mean, the guy was dour, but I mean, you know, he kicked Hitler's butt. I mean, that's what it boils down to. So he was a badass, but he never smiled. Why? Because he's English. They don't have nice teeth.
Oh, it's
so he
terrible.
Rarely, if ever, smile.
It's root rot, I think.
So, no.
It's English root rot, darling.
No, but I found this out that actually...
I know because I dated a guy from England. I wouldn't know.
There you go.
It wasn't a very long dating relationship.
Our guests coming up are English, so let's tone this down a little bit. We're going to talk about the wonderful things about the English.
Yes.
Because, I mean, we could not have won the war without the British. Okay. But Winston Churchill had a lisp as a child. Okay?
Like this?
And, something like this, right? But,
I know your eye in the back here.
No. And he ended up with dentures, but the dentures had to be specially made for him. Okay? And it was to promote the same tonality in his voice. And when he delivered the famous speech where he's, you know, declaring the end of the war and the fact that the Brits actually, you know, prevailed, he was wearing those dentures. And in fact, somebody bought them.
Can you believe that?
About $24,000 this last week.
Sicko
Take a look at that. Okay?
That's what I want to know.
Now look at the number of teeth. It sounds like a lot of money, right? But when you think about it, that's gold, and those are teeth. And I was checking with my dentist. And I couldn't do that many teeth today, you know, for $24,000.
Well, we haven't, yeah.
So it was actually a good thing. But I think that
we actually have a version that we think
is you know, what if Winston Churchill was here and he was like in the hood and he went to get some teeth done, and so this is what I think that first dour picture would look like if he had been out here.
That's right, on Art Rock.
That's right.
If he came on the show.
Here he is. Now we have an image of the smiling Winston Churchill in the hood.
That's right. And speaking of in the hood.
So anyway, now speaking of in the hood,
to adjust my dentures.
That's right. Now, actually, our British connection, and the reason that we're talking about someone like Winston Churchill is that we saw just a couple of days ago one of the best performances that we have seen of an ensemble cast at the Cygnet Theater. You folks have got to treat yourself and go watch this performance. We're lucky enough to have
Conquest.
That's right. We are now going to have thespians who will be sitting with us, actors and an actress.
And an actress.
That's right.
Who also doubles as a communications person.
That's right. And they
sounds like us. We've got like 20 million job titles over here.
Anyway, you know, they have these beautiful British accents, and it was a wonderful piece, and we want to bring them on.
Come on in, guys.
Come on in, folks, for our next segment.
Cygnet Theater.
Good to see you.
It's Greg and Norman.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, Norman.
Hey.
Hello.
Nice to see you. I'll get behind the two.
All right.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you guys.
All right.
You bet.
She just watches over.
I do. I'm kind of like a bodyguard.
I do want to let you into a secret. I'm the one who bought the teeth.
I was wondering who bought
They look great on you.
Yeah, they do look good.
Yeah.
But it was a lower denture, so you...
That's why you're so tight.
No wonder they fit funny. We are so glad to have you guys on. We have Jessica and John. We have Ron.
Yes.
And
Albert.
And you play Norman, the lead, and you play Reg. and Reg. And tell us a little bit about the Norman Conquest, because it is really thrilling.
Well, I'm very excited to talk about it, and I think it's easier for me to brag about it than it is for them because they're in it, but they're both fantastic. It is a really unique show. Alan Ayckbourn wrote it. It's a trilogy, actually. There are 3 shows, 3 full-length plays. One's Table Manners, one is Living Together, and one is Round and Round the Garden. And they all take place on one weekend in a country home, and it's actually this bloke here who's romancing. He's got a wife, but he's
got a lot of women.
Just like in real life.
There's a lot of women in this show. And each play takes place in a different room in the house. So it's a really funny, wonderful show, a fun way to see this kind of all go down in these different rooms in the house. And we kind of were talking about it today, and we're like, it's kind of like Seinfeld meets Monty Python.
That's a good one. I like that.
Because it's kind of like a sitcom in that you can see one of the shows and have a blast and totally have a full experience. But if you want to see more episodes, you just get to know those characters even deeper.
And you know,
and they play off each other.
Oh yeah,
really well.
3 plays.
One thing that's true is that Alexandra and I get to go see a lot of theater. You know, we do some reviews and so on. So we go to play at least every 2 weeks or so. We're seeing something else. You know, and seriously, your performance was really outstanding, and a lot of times you see people getting standing ovations, and you're wondering why they're standing. You know, it's just like their legs are sore or something. But you guys really deserved it.
Their feet go to sleep.
You really deserved it.
Well, a lot of it is to do with they're trying to get in the parking lot and get out.
But obviously, you've worked together as a group and must spend an incredible number of hours to learn all the lines for 3 plays.
Yeah, and develop the accent. How hard was that to develop?
Well, we have a dialect coach, so she helps a lot, and learning the lines actually is a tremendous undertaking when you're doing 3 full-length plays. It's just gigantic, but I got a very understanding wife.
And she's in it.
No, she's not actually.
No, she's not. Okay.
No.
That
was Tom.
That was the other one. Okay, the other one. That was Tom.
Oh yes, that's right.
Tom's wife was in it.
And the other thing about the 3 plays, doing 3 full-length plays, interwoven, is the playwright has very similar lines for all of us in each play, because we have speech habits, which Ayckbourn very cleverly writes in. So you have very similar lines that it is very easy to kind of.
But I have a little secret to tell you guys. I was going down to the dressing room today because I had to drop some things off for these guys, and when I went in, I saw in the dressing room it says today's performance is Table Manners. So the stage manager puts up the performance so that nobody forgets what show they're in,
Right.
which is fascinating because so much is you're running on stage and you're like, which show am I in? Am I going into the garden? Am I going into the kitchen? Where am I going?
Oh my gosh. Well, you must like Table Manners because we watch you eat about 12 bowls of cereal.
You know, they've been complaining about my flatulence back home. There's lots of bran mixed in with it, I insist. No, it's cornflakes, and I really do enjoy them. I make a point of not eating too much lunch-wise, usually between shows.
Yeah, because we noticed you were shoveling that down.
Chow down, and it's to play. I'm doing it for the job, The comedy is that, I'm hungry all the time, right, as you probably saw.
Yeah.
So it's great. I do like cornflakes, and thank God for that. Thank God it isn't all bran.
That was on the audition thing. He had to
Okay,
say,
now are you still doing the character, or is that your real accent?
That's wrong.
Oh yeah, I'm from, I was born in, Santee.
No, he wasn't.
South Central, I was thinking.
There we go. That's what we thought you
It's
were
like Lakeside without the glitter. I'm from England, yeah.
Yeah, whereabouts?
Manchester.
Oh, fantastic.
You've been
Anybody else from England? I have been, but yeah, no. Well, you pulled it off really well. I mean, the dialects are
Yeah, we
difficult
went out
to
of
do.
there just speaking English and very proper at the dinner table. Hello, love. Hello.
Standing in queues.
We got
You know
this
what?
one over here, clockwork
That's right.
orange.
There we go.
Okay, yeah.
I want to say steaky wakey, my
Yes,
friend.
Craig from Mental Eclectic.
Oh no, this is wonderful. So how long do you actually rehearse? Saying you know, prior to putting on that show, it seems like you had to have had a lot of rehearsals because your interaction was very, very good. I mean,
Yeah, and
there were
it's
places
timed
where you
so
had to
well.
slip on each other's lines, but it fit. You know, and boy, it just seemed like a lot of preparation went into making it run so smoothly.
Gosh, I think including the preview performances, I think we rehearsed for 9 weeks. Is that right?
Wow.
Which is
now, Jessica, is that normal for a
Well, actually, that's
one
not very
play?
much. That's only 3 weeks per show, if you think about it.
Okay.
And an average rehearsal period for most shows is somewhere between 4 to 5 weeks.
Wow.
So these guys learned 3 full-length plays. Three weeks per show, which is pretty incredible. They're a really amazing group of actors.
Now, are you all actors by trade? Is that what you do for a living and have been doing for some
A
time?
little bit
Or
of
do you
both.
do-
I mean, I publish a newspaper, a British newspaper. every
Union
month.
Jack.
Yeah. And,
Oh,
That's right.
very cool.
Fantastic. A
and
publisher as
monthly,
well.
and,
Publisher.
yeah, we even have a page for Americans in it, and there's no words.
Oh, you don't
more
want
than-
those ugly people in there.
No, we cater to Americans. There's no
At least
words.
we have good teeth.
Yeah, there's no words on the page. More than 4 letters.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't know. Was it Abraham Lincoln had wooden teeth? Is that?
Yeah, he did.
No, that was Washington, but hey,
Hey, who
they
cares?
were friends, 100 years apart. You know.
That's the difference.
Jessica, I know you've got a couple dates coming up where people can actually see all 3 plays
Yes.
in one day.
In fact, the
So,
opening was
if
that
you-
way. You
yeah.
can see all 3 shows.
Now, we only got to see Table Manners, but we're dying to go back and see the other
And
2.
isn't it fascinating how you can just see one and it's a full
Oh,
play?
yeah.
Alan
It's
Ayckbourn is amazing
amazing.
in that way. And then it's really fun though because every now and again, like there's a great part in Table Manners that you saw where Ron comes in and he slams down this trash can and his wife says, "What's that?" And he says, "Well, it's a waste paper basket, isn't it?" And that's it. But you probably heard the whole audience erupt in
Right.
laughter.
And we were
And
like
that's because
scratching our
there's
heads.
something-
And
There's something in living together where you see
Okay.
why he did that. So it's these little tiny things thrown in there, but it just makes the experience that much more fun. So we have something called Conquer Norman Saturdays. We've got 2
Okay.
more, and you can check the website and find out when those are. And you can come to a 12 o'clock show, a 4 o'clock show, and an 8 o'clock show. And it's in Old Town, or it's Cygnet Theater's
And
Old Town.
it's just a great
food
venue.
It's a
everywhere.
you can go
Beautiful
get
theater.
drunk between the shows and eat.
And they do. And they do.
Then the shows get even better.
Just for the professionals.
You know,
Exactly.
the venue is really beautiful. It's intimate. It's a
Yeah.
great
There's
theater
no
for
bad
up close
seat, really.
performances.
No, there isn't.
Everything about the show was just great. The venue, the performances. It was beautifully written. I mean, the repartee is just awesome. I mean, it's a wonderful, and kudos to you for being involved in such a wonderful show. Everybody in San Diego ought to go see it, and I don't say that lightly. I
And
think
you know
it's
what? I'm going to
wonderful.
take a whole different, side to this. because
Hey!
Who
Who's that you
You
on?
should go see it because I personally think people need a little refreshing in their table manners.
Oh,
Honestly,
Not that they'll get that good of a lesson
Yeah,
from us.
Well,
I don't think Reg gives them that.
better
though, does
than most. It kind of reminds us of the family dinners,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Of course, growing up Italian, we never had a shortage of food. But we did have some heated debates.
Right.
The beauty of the show is that Ayckbourn plays. It's farcical in some ways, but it's real in others. It's dysfunctional families
Yep.
living in unity, which is what we all do if we're honest.
right.
We've all got
Absolutely.
dysfunction within our midst.
And how dysfunctional can Alexandra and I be when we get turned down to
For
take
adopting an Italian
a
greyhound.
rescue dog? You know?
Oh, that happened to a friend of mine recently.
Well, at least I'm not the only one. Oh, gosh.
Oh, listen, it has just been absolutely wonderful having you here.
Yeah, it's
we're
been a
you
ton
so
of
much.
fun. We can't wait to go back and
much
see the other two.
success,
Please let
to
us know
you,
and come
because I
back
think
and
it'll
see
be
the
just
other two.
Yeah, we would
terrific.
love to.
And of course, the play is
the Norman Conquest.
The Norman
That's
Conquest.
right. And we have
Theater in
Norman
Old
right
Town.
here.
That's
This is
right.
Go Get 'em
Man.
Tiger.
Yeah.
That's right.
Or should I say tally ho?
There you go.
Now I won't give it away, but we don't know if the conquest is of Norman or Norman doing the conquering.
Right.
You gotta
Whoa,
go.
whoa.
You gotta go watch the show. You gotta go watch
That's
the
right.
show.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you
Being
guys.
here with Rock Rocks
Bravo.
24/7,
Bravo.
and we'll be back in a few with our closing segment.
Oh, bravo.
Thank you so much.